What if I told you that the Bluey movie announcement came with devastating news that could change the entire future of the show forever? Well, families worldwide are celebrating the fact that our beloved Blue Heeler family is finally coming to the big screen in 2027. Creator Joe Brumm just dropped a bombshell that has left fans both excited and heartbroken. The movie is real, Disney is backing it, and it's going to be everything we hoped for. But there's a catch that nobody saw coming. Official announcement. After years of speculation and wishful thinking, it's finally official. Bluey is getting a full-length feature film. BBC Studios and the Walt Disney Company just announced that our favorite Brisbane family will be hitting theaters worldwide in 2027, followed by streaming on Disney+. This isn't just some quick cash grab either. Joe Brumm himself is writing and directing, with the entire creative team from Ludo Studio turning to bring us what promises to be the cinematic event families have been dreaming about. The announcement came through Disney's acquisition of global theatrical rights, marking a massive milestone for what's become the most watched series on Disney Plus in 2024. We're talking about over 50.5 billion minutes watched across more than 140 countries. That's 842 million hours of pure Heeler family magic. When something reaches that level of global impact, a movie becomes inevitable, but the way this announcement happened tells a much deeper story. Perfect timing. Joe Brumm revealed that his experience creating the sign, that emotional 28-minute masterpiece that had us all crying about a house sale, made him realize that Bluey deserved the big screen treatment. He said it felt like a natural extension of working with longer formats, and honestly, after watching the sign, we can all agree that this family's stories deserve more time to unfold. Most Bluey episodes pack incredible emotional depth into 7 to 9 minutes, so imagine what they can accomplish with a full feature-length runtime. The movie will continue the adventures of Bluey, that lovable and inexhaustible Blue Heeler who lives with Chilli, Bandit, and little sister Bingo. While we don't have plot details yet, Brumm's emphasis on wanting this to be an experiential event for the whole family suggests we're getting something special that goes beyond just a longer episode. This is Disney we're talking about. They don't throw their full theatrical weight behind projects unless they believe they have something extraordinary. Dream Team. The movie is being produced by Amber Naismith, whose resume includes Happy Feet, the Lego Movie, and the Lego Batman movie. Basically, she knows how to make animated films that work for both kids and adults. Richard Jeffrey, who directed Bluey series 1 through 3, is returning to co-direct, ensuring that the movie maintains the same visual style, storytelling approach that made the show so beloved. One crucial detail that had fans worried has been confirmed. Melanie Zanetti and David McCormick are returning as the voices of Chilli and Bandit, while the child actors who play Bluey and Bingo remain anonymous for privacy reasons. Having the core adult cast return means the movie will feel like a genuine continuation of the series we love. Plus, Geoff Bush is back to compose the music, so we know that the iconic Bluey sound will be preserved. The film will be CG animated, which represents a shift from the show's traditional 2D animation style. This might concern some fans, but given the talent involved and Disney's resources, this could actually allow for even more dynamic storytelling possibilities while maintaining the charm that makes Bluey special. Devastating news. Here's where the story takes a devastating turn that most news coverage completely glossed over. Buried in the official announcement was a letter from Joe Brumm that revealed something no Bluey fan was prepared to hear. He's essentially leaving the TV series to focus entirely on the movie. In his own words, he explained that he's always said he wouldn't keep making the show if he couldn't make each new season better than the last, and he feels that would be the case with a potential season 4. This means the sign, that incredible episode about almost losing the family home, was actually written as Brumm's farewell to the TV series. He crafted it knowing it might be his final statement about the Heeler family's television adventures. When you rewatch the sign with this knowledge, it hits completely differently. The emotional weight of that episode wasn't just about the family potentially moving. It was Brumm's way of saying goodbye to the world he created. Brumm explained that he's finding it difficult to reach back genuinely into that 4 to 6-year-old world and write authentically as his own daughters have aged beyond the demographic demographic that inspired the show. This is both heartbreaking and completely understandable. Bluey's authenticity comes from Brumm's real experiences as a father, and as those experiences change, so does his ability to capture that specific childhood magic. Season 4. Panic completely. Brumm was careful to clarify that this isn't an announcement about the end of Bluey as a series. The incredibly talented team at Ludo Studio, including co-writers who have already contributed to Season 3 episodes, will likely continue the show's legacy. Executive producer Daley Pearson has previously indicated that they have many more surprises in store, and they're committed to keeping the current voice actors as long as possible. However, losing Joe Brumm's direct involvement in the TV series is undeniably significant. He's the creative force who transformed his experiences raising two daughters into a global phenomenon that teaches both children and parents valuable lessons about family, play, and growing up. His departure marks the end of an era, even as it opens the door for new creative voices to expand the Bluey universe. The timing actually makes sense from a production standpoint, with the movie slated for 2027 and season for likely arriving around 2026. Brumm can focus entirely on crafting a cinematic experience worthy of this beloved family while trusting his collaborators to continue the television legacy. Before we continue, make sure to hit that subscribe button, or Bandit will hide the remote and make you watch documentaries about boring stuff. Release strategy. 2027 release date might seem far away, but it's actually strategically brilliant. This gives the production team enough time to create something truly special rather than rushing out a quick adaptation. Feature-length animation takes years to produce properly, especially when you're maintaining the quality standards that Bluey fans expect. From Disney's perspective, 2027 positions the movie perfectly within its theatrical slate. By then, the current generation of Bluey fans will still be young enough to be excited about a theatrical experience while potentially introducing the characters to an entirely new generation. The gap also allows anticipation to build. Just look at how excited we all got from a simple announcement. For families, this timeline means children who are currently discovering Bluey will be at the perfect age to experience their first big kid movie in theaters. There's something magical about that shared cinematic experience that you simply can't replicate at home, no matter how good your TV setup is. Global phenomenon. Understanding why this movie is happening requires grasping just how massive Bluey has become worldwide. We're not just talking about a popular kids show. This is a cultural phenomenon that transcends age groups and international boundaries. Parents genuinely enjoy watching Bluey with their children, which is incredibly rare in children's television. The show's success on Disney Plus has been unprecedented, beating Marvel content, the Star Wars series, and Disney's own original programming to become their most watched show is no small feat. When a piece of content achieves that level of global dominance, a theatrical release becomes not just logical, but inevitable. What makes Bluey special is its universal themes wrapped in distinctly Australian culture. The show manages to feel both specifically rooted in Brisbane family life and universally relatable to families anywhere. This combination creates exactly the kind of content that translates beautifully to international theatrical releases. Animation shift. Tone detail that's generating significant discussion among animation enthusiasts is the shift from 2D to CG animation for the movie. The original series uses a distinctive 2D style that's part of its charm, so this change initially raised eyebrows among purists. However, the choice makes sense for several reasons. CG animation allows for more dynamic camera movements and complex scenes that would be extremely time-consuming and expensive in traditional 2D. The key will be ensuring that the CG animation retains the warmth and handcrafted feel of the original series. Given Amber Naismith's track record with films like The Lego Movie, which successfully translated a tactile, physical aesthetic into CG animation, there's reason for optimism. Story expectations. While plot details remain under wraps, Brumm's comments about enjoying the sign's longer format provide clues about the movie's approach. The sign worked because it gave the family's emotions room to breed and develop naturally instead of cramming a lesson into 7 minutes. The extended runtime allowed for more complex emotional arcs and deeper character development. The movie could explore themes that require more time to unfold properly. Perhaps we'll see the healer family facing a challenge that can't be resolved in a single game or conversation. Maybe we'll get deeper exploration of extended family relationships, or see how the family dynamics work during an extended adventure away from their familiar Brisbane environment. Given Brumm's emphasis on creating an experiential event for the whole family, we might see storytelling techniques specifically designed for theatrical viewing, perhaps more visual spectacle, surround sound experiences, or even interactive elements that make the cinema experience feel special and different from watching at home. What are your thoughts on the movie announcement and Joe Brumm's departure from the TV series? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and do check out our other videos about the Bluey family.